Welcome to Duel Links From Scratch. This is a brand new experiment I'm doing to see just how far towards a meta deck you can get from being entirely free to play, but also with a time limit of around 1 hour of game time per day. Now, not everyone is a 24/7 hardcore event grinder, so we're going to have to use our time wisely to get the most value out of our gaming. I'll also be involving you, the community, throughout this journey, so keep an eye on the channel on the community tab, make sure you're subscribed so you can help make this series easier or a lot harder for me as you so choose. Our goal is of course to reach the elusive King of Games title, but also, should it interest you guys, to compete in one of Duel Links Meta's top tier tournaments and see just how far we can get. It's going to be an exciting journey, I'm sure. Before we get into the episode, a big thank you to my brand new YouTube members, John Francis Nealand, Jared Gibbs and Aaron Barnes. A big thank you to you for supporting the channel from as little as $1 per month via the join button down below. If you want to do that, helps out greatly. If not, leave a like, hit subscribe and join the Discord down below for all the Zexal World, Duel Links From Scratch talk, all that kind of thing. Anyway, let's dive into Duel Links From Scratch episode 7. I think it's episode 7. So it has been a while since the last episode we've done of this one, and we've done quite a bit, but at the same time, not that much. Now you'll see from our character, we're still at 29, we haven't done much more on that, but we are getting ever so closer to Rex being level 33, and then we can get our copy of Heatwave, which is the one card we have left, I think, to finish off the core of the DM deck. We did. At the end of the last episode, we kind of teased that we'd be competing in one of Duel Links Meta's top tier tournaments, his $100 free to enter 200k tournament, and we did. Now, as you might have guessed, didn't go so well. The first round went really well. We went against Sir Houndoom. He was playing game 1 Heroes and game 2 Lunar Lights, and we cleaned up pretty easy. It didn't help, him, that he kind of bricked both games, I feel like. So that went quite well for us, but, first experience was pretty good. And then the second round was against GGXEs, and this guy was definitely a top tier player. He had full power Ritual Beasts and full power Invoked Ellie Sabers, and Ritual Beasts are a matchup that I hate personally. I think the deck is way too big brained, so I just kind of get confused at him doing all of his banishing special summons. And I made a misplay very early on that led him to summon out the big fusion and then from then on just go off. And so game 1 I thought, okay, let's just take the loss and see what happens. Then game 2 he decides to go in with the Ellie Sabers, and I brick pretty hard. We have a Rod and a DM in hand. You think it might be good. We summon the Rod, we search out the circle, you play the circle, it's a bunch of DMs, isn't it? So, yeah. And then he goes on to, play Invocation, summon out Cocytus, and then he goes into Purgatrio, and from there you just lose, because what can you do, you just get OTK'd. So, we went out round 2, but that's not how all tournaments kind of go on in DLM. In the actual MCS, I believe it's going to be a Swiss thing, so you actually compete in multiple rounds, guaranteed. So, whenever we finish the deck and the next MCS comes up, we should be in a pretty good kind of spot to kind of play around and see if we can have any good progress in that tournament. Now, back to Duel Links. We have a few things going on in the game right now. First of all, we have the mission circuit, which is really good. For gems, for getting resources for new players, this is a great event. Getting a ton of tickets, a ton of gold, not really that good, but skill tickets, skill chips, that kind of thing. You get all them. That's good. We have the Tag Duel tournament, which has one new reward card in it, which is Star Blast, which has been seeing a ton of play on YouTube and on Ladder, and this card might be a new top tier card. You might want to guarantee you're getting 3 copies, because even if it's not, it still allows decks that couldn't work before to work now, because it triggers skills so easily, like Access Denied, Rojam Overflow, which I do want to try out the Access Denied Dark Magician build. I saw RY Duel Links, I think it is. I saw him on Ryu Duel Links, sorry, for the Japanese YouTuber. I saw him play around with it and it looked pretty fun, so I want to try and get Yugi on this account next week, I think. So we'll try and do that and have a play around with Star Blast, see if it's any good. But aside from, all the gems you can get from this event, this card is very good. Also, the Grand Tournament Championship Prediction Campaign. You want to do this very quickly because you have until August 28th, when the Igami event drops, to actually get your votes in and predict who's going to win. Now, I'm just going to vote for some random people here. I think there's a guy that had a Dark Magician deck. There we go, this guy, Nicola Giorgi. Let's go and vote for them. And then let's do one more. Let's just go for Taichi Teramoto. I actually don't know any of these names. So there's my 3 picks for this account for who's going to win. And this is being streamed live on Twitch this weekend by Farfa and Ed from GameHog. They're going to be commentating the official Konami stream. So look forward to that. Go watch that. Should be a ton of fun. And what else do we have? Of course, we have the mission circuit going on, as I said. If you get the Red Dragon Archfiend or the Stardust or the Black Rose Dragon, it does ×5 multiplier. The best thing to do, honestly, is to go to the gate, go to your level 10 duelist, ×3, and play that. You'll get a ton of points, a ton of XP, and a ton of levels throughout that mission circuit. And that means even more gems, coins, tickets, and that kind of thing. So do that, and you'll be off to the races. Now, today, we have a lot of gems. We have 2140 gems. However, we're not buying any packs, because on the 28th, we'll hopefully get details in the update of a new mini box, which might give us some support. It might not, who knows? We might as well wait and see what happens. And also, I'm not too sure if I really want to go in and invest in a Kaiku. Now, that would be a good investment, a very good investment, because it is a card used in pretty much every top tier build of Dark Magician. It just is. However, I've really been liking Delg the Dark Mark, and I keep saying this. This card, when you don't chain block yourself and you chain block others, is really good. You know, getting 2 banishes and then sending 2 cards in the graveyard, depending on the deck, can be really good. Lunalights, not so good against, because obviously if they hit a Crimson Fox in the graveyard, he's now 0. Or they search out for a Lunalight Fusion, which is not so great. So he does have some downsides. Right now, as the deck stands, it's okay. I do want to replace Tamias in the main deck with that 1 copy of Heatwave. That will make things a lot more consistent, because opening Tamias is just a brick, and I very rarely play it because we only have Amulet Dragon as our target, which means, do we also go and get Dark Cavalry, because he is a good card to have? Like, if we have Amulet Dragon and Tamias in our side deck, then that's going to be pretty powerful for Duel Links Meta tournaments. Additionally, we're rocking that Chain Disappearance, which I've been loving. You'll see me on Twitter posting all these times where I've been banishing multiple copies of White Sun of Ancients or Madame Vere or Giga Gloves or Super Heavy Samurais. This card comes in clutch quite a bit. Obviously, not with every deck, but most decks in the game have a monster that they're really reliant on that is kind of weak. Like Alistair dies to this, you know? So it is a good card to have in your arsenal. Whether you kind of want to main deck 2 copies or not is another story. If we were to invest some money into this account, then we probably would run things like Floodgate as well, just to kind of give us a bit more variety. But having 2 copies, 1 in the side deck, 1 in the main, that could also be another fair option. Now, before we dive into ranked PvP, because we are in Legend Rank 2, which is pretty high compared to where we were last time. I think we were Platinum 4, and now we're in Legend Rank 2. We have gone up to Legend 3, and then we got demoted back down to Legend 1. I managed yesterday to kind of climb my way up a bit into Legend 2, and so we'll go in and do that. But I need to remind you that the KCGT Celebration campaign, where you get your gems and your dream tickets, your SR and UR dream ticket, that expires on the 15th of September, so if you want to kind of make a new account, do it before then. The 3rd anniversary one, that one's still going on until January, so you have a long time for that one. But if you want to make a new account prior to Zexal, then you're going to get, tickets from the 3rd anniversary, from the KCGT, and from Zexal. That's pretty much going to be 3 Dream UR tickets, and I believe 3 Dream SR tickets. So that's a good amount of tickets to start a brand new account with all the gems, with all that stuff. So it's definitely worth doing. If you were thinking about it, now is the right time to do it. So I did lose my last match last night. What was he playing? I believe he was playing, Blackwing. So Blackwings are always a not so fun deck to come up against, because they always seem to open like Close in Hand and Simoon and Whirlwind, given they run 3 of each. So it's a very tough matchup for this deck, but let's see if we can get any wins today, because I hope we can. If we can get closer to KOG, that would be insane. But going against a Rex Raptor, which means Titan Showdown, I believe. Win and he'll gain a rank. Okay. He's Legend 3, so let's see if we can kind of stop him. But we opened good. 1 set card face down, okay. I do not know what you play. However, getting a Cosmic is pretty big. Now, he could have saved it for the Dark Illusion, but it was a Raigeki break, which is really good. We played around that. Oh my god, that Timaeus was so bad. Oh, not that Timaeus, that circle was terrible. Like, no, we'll just, no, we'll get Timaeus first, and then we'll set navigation and set another circle just in case he does have a, what's the one called? Night Beam, that's the one. That targets, if he targets the wrong one, then we're kind of safe. If not, we're screwed anyway. Summoning out the Magician's Rod, okay. So a DM Mirror, fine. We can actually, assuming he doesn't have Dark Magic Veil, we're going to be in a good spot here. I could play that now, but I don't really want to see what he searches. If he just does get lucky and gets, yep, gets the navigation. So here's where things get interesting. Sets a card. Will you set 2? Or will you just enter battle? Okay. I am incredibly kind of confused because now I'm just going to go and banish your navigation. Because why would I not, you know, why would I target your your circle when I could just get rid of the thing that gives you a negate and gives you a summon that I can't out by itself? So yeah, I'm also going to summon out the other Dark Illusion because why not? Alright, just get more things on board. It'll be fine in the long run. We should have game. Oh, we should very comfortably have game as well. We have a negate in case he does do anything else, but we should have game straight on board with you attacking with our Dark Magician, and then one more with our Dark Magic Illusion. Oh, what a safe first game on against a Rex. I wonder what skill that was. So this Rex was playing Draw Sense low level, which I guess if you want to search out for the rod, which is probably one of the most, you know, when you only have 2 copies, that might not be such a bad idea actually for giving the deck a big consistency boost, but I think 2 Timaeus, really? That's way too much. You do not need 2 in the deck at all. Like, that's just a brick. If you open anything else, just a brick. But let's see, game 2, R1191 from Japan, Legend rank 3. It's always interesting when you come up against players that haven't done much in Duel Links. Like, he did not, you know, he had 2 event titles completed, so either he's a new player or he just doesn't play PvE events. But let's see. We have balance. Kaiba has, I was really hoping it would be Ultimate Dragons, but it could still be Blue Eyes. And if it is, then then we did manage to actually pull probably the best thing we could ever hope for in Chain Disappearance, which, assuming it doesn't get, you know, it doesn't get banished from Cosmic Cyclone, we might be in a good spot. Just summon out your, or not, you're going to set 2, set 3, and do nothing. Okay, that's kind of scary, because we know our next 2 draws are pretty much dead. So we really did not want to see Raigeki Break, discarding, oh of course, discarding the White Stone, so it just completely gets around the whole, yeah. Okay, of course it would get around the one, you play around the one card that can kind of destroy that deck. Okay, nice, and you're going to summon out your Dragon. Nope, you're just summoning it for not, either way, we're dead. Like, if he summons anything else, we're gone. Just have to kind of hope that he doesn't get, no, just summon. Evolving for alternative, okay. I assume we're gonna, no, oh dude. Get banished. 2 of them, go. Unless you have a Providence. Thank you, okay. And then we can summon out Dark Illusion, which would be really nice if we actually had a second circle on the field. That would have been insane, but this means that he must either use the attack or use the effect, or negate it, which is good, you know, because next turn we've now just kind of guaranteed we have 1 more turn. So we're gonna pop it, which is fine. Plays around a Sphere Karibo if we had one, which we wouldn't run because Why would you? Now we draw into a Dark Illusion. And now we have to kind of hope this circle gives us a navigation. Because that is the only thing... Oh, there we go. Okay, good. That is the only thing that would have actually saved us in this moment. Rod to there. Yep. And then we'll set the circle as a bluff. Set navigation. And that can only pop monsters, right? Yeah, only monsters. Okay. So, assuming that back row isn't anything too special. Or Sage. Okay. I'm gonna let him go for that Synchro Summon. Adds Maiden. Okay. And then Maiden can't do anything from her hand. But that's fine. We might be fine. Synchro's off into a level 9. Probably gonna be Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Right. Yeah, so he can dodge that if he really wants to. Which he's probably going to. He's probably going to dodge that as hard as possible. Wise Some Ancient's coming in and summoning out a alternative dragon from the grave. No, adding it back to the hand. Okay, that's fine. But if he has a Blue Eyes in hand, he gets a second on board. Yep, he does. Okay, revealing it to summon out his alternative, which can obviously attack. But we're kind of in a good spot because if we banish the alternative, okay, straight in with that one, that's fine. Navigation, hopefully doesn't get negated. If it does, I'm going to be actually nice. Nice. Nice play around that. That was very well done. Okay, you into you, and then I kind of want to go Delg. Because Delg is going to resolve here, I think. Let's see. Yes, okay, Delg resolves, giving us a banish of these two, which is fine. And then we should also get... Oh, Providence, really? No, that's not right. That's not right. And we don't get that because the timing's kind of gone off. That's great. We do have a circle face down, and we're getting a rod. So we're not technically out of the running, but we don't have easy access to a DM right now, which means we need to kind of search out for a illusion magic. Oh no! Oh, crap. Okay. Circle. Come on. Reveal to me. Bastard. If we had our rod, we would have been able to win there. However, gonna scoop it up and let Kaiba take that glory, because we're not getting it. Next duel against Yagami, running Crow. I really don't know what to expect. He's playing a 20 card deck, Shiranui. Okay. So, this is a matchup that I always play wrong. Because, or I don't always play wrong, but the opponent always ends up having a, what's it called, a Forbidden Lance in hand to just kind of protect their big one. The one they're going to make right now. So, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. We do have a very good hand, like literally every star card we could want, we have. So, I think we're in a good spot. Going, of course, into, what is it? It is going to be Shiranui Sun Saga, the big one that can protect by banishing the graveyard, which obviously, if they had a copy of, what's the one called? If they had a copy of the one that banishes when it's banished, then that would have been really good. However, I'm going to grab a second navigation, because I don't think we're going to need... Okay, either way, we still ended up with the Illusion Magic, which we don't need. Then we'll go you and you, and we'll set both the navigations. I feel like that might not be the optimal play, but we'll see. We'll see what this guy has, because if he has 4 cards in hand, like, guaranteed there's some protection in there from spell effects, which means his guy won't die. I hope not, because I really don't want to deal with that. Squire coming down, that gets a free summon from the deck, which is this deck is so good. Just generates so much resources very quickly. That's a level 7 going to come out, which is your Squire Saga, which can pop a back row if it banishes a synchro monster, including itself. Setting a back row as well. How far are you going to go? End of main phase? Okay. Battle phase, before you attack, we're going to go and trigger this. So we're going to go DM. And actually, it's kind of beneficial to us to summon out Delg. In a weird way. Because we can go and banish the Sun Saga. And then use Delg to kind of stop that graveyard interaction with this Spectral Sword. So we banish the Spectral Sword, get it banished, and banish the Sun Saga, putting a Spirit Master in the graveyard. That's kind of disappointing, because that's the one that does the destruction. However, I don't think he has any out to that, so that is decently big. Cosmic Cyclone, I'm going to come in and banish that back row, because I don't want to let it... I don't want to waste our navigation. But let's see, it is a Hallowed Life Barrier. I think we negate it. Because we can deal quite a bit of damage this turn. Like an actual quite a bit. Right. So if we attack you with you, 16, that's 1,000, that's 34. We then use Illusion Magic to bounce that back to the hand, or do we bounce that first, summon out a DM on top of those two, and then go in for that? Is that the same? Right, so if we were to tribute that off, get a DM, summon a DM from Circle, or from Tribute, banish one of them. Like this one. Battle phase, 1,000. Okay, no, that works. Okay. So assuming I haven't just messed up my maps completely, we should be in a very good spot to win this turn. So this is going to a bit of an extreme. Gonna tribute these two. Summoning DM. Circle activates, coming in and banishing the Spectral Sword Shade. Yes. That works. Now, I don't think we go for Timaeus. We could do, and for the meme, why not? It's very rare we do these videos. Let's go in and just try and go full on. Amulet Dragon coming in. We have a DM engrave in case he does get destroyed, which he won't do, but it's always useful. No. So the guy's probably like, what are you doing? Like, this is way too overextending to deal a bit of damage. But it's not. We have Navigation gonna come in, bring down DM number 1, and then bring down a Dark Illusion in attack mode, and now we have game. There we go. Game 3. Cleaned up quite nicely. But let's go in for one more. Let's see if we can have 3 wins, 1 loss in this episode, maybe? Let's see. Alright, come on. Konami. Come on, give me rewards, that's fine. Duel. Come on, give me a good opponent. Not to say that opponent wasn't good, because he was. He had a very decent starting board. Wong Fok Fei. Legend 3. Seto Kaiba. Okay, we're getting... If we don't go first, and we don't get Chain Disappearance, there's a... Okay, there... Yep, he's gonna set Regeki Break. 30 card deck. Maybe he won't. Maybe we'll just get, really good search potential. See, if we draw a DM right now, then we're very, that's a very good hand. illusion magic, very good. Like, if we don't have to use our rod to search, okay, that's fine. Rod, activate, search out for the illusion magic. There we go. Now again, if we don't have to use our illusion magic, we have discard fodder for a Regeki Break when we draw it. But we do. So I'll add circle, and then we'll, whatever, doesn't matter, because we're then gonna activate illusion magic, getting you to the grave, getting 2 DMs, assuming it's not negated, which, you'd negate the other one first, clearly. And then set 2 and pass, and hope that he doesn't just summon out a Dragon Spirit of White. Because if he does, that's going to be annoying. Okay, it's a Protector with Eyes of Blue. Nice, okay. Doesn't get the effect. Ooh, what does that one do? Summon a Blue Eyes from the deck. Ouch. Ouch, that's going to hurt. Because that's going to target, that's going to be a Spirit Dragon, isn't it? That's going to be a, yeah, Dragon with Eyes of Blue, whatever it's called. Which means we're gonna kind of want to set ourselves up to be in... I mean, we have a second circle in hand, so it's not like it's the end of the world if it does get removed. Yep, Dragon Spirit of White coming down. And then this should kind of trigger a nice little thing. Yep, and then we use the circle. It doesn't really matter what we do here, because if we do get rid of this, then he's forced to summon a Blue Eyes from hand, and you've got to hope he doesn't have one in hand. Because if he doesn't, but he will do, because he's a Blue Eyes player, of course he does. Of course he has a Blue Eyes in hand, that's just how that deck works. He's going to summon out crappy art Blue Eyes, for some reason. Rod, doesn't matter. We have all the pieces still in place. He can attack in, kill this thing, that's fine. We can play circle, and we have a negating graveyard still. We can get a banish off. Like, we're in a very, very good spot. Which isn't the case usually with Blue Eyes going second. Like, a lot of times they'll get their, probably shouldn't have added that, because now I don't think I have any targets in my deck for navigation. I do, okay, thank God. I think it's a Rod, though, is our only target left. Which isn't very good as a target. No, it's Delg. Okay. Actually good target. Delg gonna come in and banish. We're gonna banish the Blue Eyes. Delg coming in to banish the Dragon Spirit. And we'll go with the Sage. And then we should be good. Econ. Gonna tribute to take control. Which I'm just gonna negate. Might be a bad move because he could just have a Wall of D. Which might... He doesn't though. That is not... Nope. You're just scooping. Okay. we're ending it there. Like, we're just gonna end it there because, yeah, that's... Scooping into a Blue Eyes player is always very nice. So that is going to conclude episode 7 of Duel Links From Scratch. Let me know down below what you want to do with the Kaiku kind of scenario, because part of me is thinking, yeah, we should get it. Just try and go in, because it is a good card to have in regards to a side deck. Even if we do want to play it in the main, it might be very good for those tournaments. I don't even know what box it's from. It's from, like, where is it? I want to say Burning Nova is the box it's from. It is, okay. 1 pack luck. Come on. You are. Give it. Come on, do it. Like, this would be... No, okay, it's not gonna, yeah, no, we're gonna get Laval Cannon. Of all the things, Laval Cannon, like, no one plays that card ever. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next Duel Links video. See you then.